Okay then, next up we have SD, the Great Battle Dodgeball, which is the dodgeball version of those other games. It's not a very expensive game. The sticker kind of shows you what's going on. I think my sticker suffered some damage. It's gone yellowed. But yeah, it only costs you about £4 or £5 maybe at most. Next out we have SD Battle Soccer. Well, I haven't actually played this game, but it's a soccer version of that. It's all the same characters playing football. It'll set you back probably. I think it's like £4 or £5. It's again, Japanese games are quite cheap. Next out we have now this is a fucking awesome game. It's called Hamlin No Violin, or Hamlin the Violinist. Now there's the sticker for it. Doesn't really give you much of an idea of what's going on. Basically, you play as the hero, and you've got a violin. You use the violin to shoot out music notes. They destroy enemies. There's also a little girl who follows you around. You can kind of send her to go and do things, like you can jump on her head and jump onto higher platforms, or you can send her to go and collect an item that's hidden somewhere or whatever. You know, you don't really control her. She kind of does what you tell her to do. It's a great game. Now, unfortunately, it's starting to get quite expensive. It's around £40 to £50 for this cartridge, but it's a great game. It's an absolute great game. If you got the chance to get it, get it. This, as I said, the sticker isn't special. There's nothing special about it, unfortunately. But it's called Hamlin No Violin. Next out. Hannah for I don't know anything about that game. Couple quid. Don't buy it. It's not worth it. Next out is an underrated game. This game is it's clunky in its controls, but it's actually a decent game. It's not great. It's called Hartley's Humongous Adventure. Now, basically, Hartley's a little tiny person, and everything else in the world is massive. So, you know, obviously pencils and rulers and stuff in the kitchen. It's one of those games. It's bright, it's colourful, it's a platformer. It's okay. It'll set you back probably £10 to £15. It's not a fantastic game, but it's if you can pick it up for less than 10 and you like platformers, you'll probably enjoy it. Yeah, it's a little Hartley, and then there's like a tap up here, and then everything else is just other things that happen in the game. It's not bad. It's probably worth picking up if you can get it cheap enough. Okay, next up we've got oh god no, Home Alone 2. Fucking the sticker is just the stuff that's on the front of the fucking DVD or the VHS. It's not a good game. None of these Home Alone games are any good. You pick it up for probably £7 or £8. It's not worth it. Next up we have The Incredible Hulk. Now, weirdly enough, this is made by US Gold, and until I literally just pulled this out now, I didn't realise that US Gold released games on the Super Nintendo. I thought they were solely on the Master System and the Sega Mega Drive, but yeah, whatever. I do know the controls on this are pretty shocking. It's not a good game by any stretch. It will cost you about £10 to £15. But yeah, the sticker's good, if that matters. Sticker's good. Okay, then next out we have The Humans. Again, it's a happy little puzzle game. Think Lemmings, think games like that. That's basically what it is. Happy little puzzle game. I don't think I've ever played it though. I picked it up for €5. I bought it while I was in Germany. In fact, it actually says on the back in German language. I'm really hoping that the rest of the game isn't in German. Whatever. But yeah, it's not an expensive game. You probably paid £5 to £10 for it. Next up, it's a game I know nothing about. Now, I know that it's not rare. I don't think any game I own is actually rare, but It's a game that you don't fucking see. It's called Hungry Dinosaurs. It's a puzzle game. It looks like it's maybe a Puyo Puyo kind of game. Now, on the top, there's a sticker for Retro Dojo, I think, from the Liverpool City Centre for £30. I only paid like £7 for this. But it's not a rare game, but it's it's definitely a game you don't see often. You probably pay £10 to £15 for this. I like the sticker though. The sticker's pretty cool. Although I don't think it actually tells you how to play the game. But as I said, I think it's like a Puyo Puyo game or something like that. Next up, The Hunt for Red October. Now, I'm convinced this game's actually good. I've never played it. Snes Drunk did a video about it, and I'm sure he stated it was actually a decent game. It was worth playing. It's not an expensive game. You'll probably pay £5 to £10 for it. The sticker is literally just the DVD VHS cover of the actual film with Sean Connery. Next up is The Incredible Crash Dummies. It is just, it's just Crash Dummies, Incredible Crash Dummies. Now, this isn't a bad game, despite the fact it's made by LJN. If I remember right, it's actually a decent game. It's a platformer. And, it's supposed to be decent. It's roughly £10 to £15 for this cartridge. It ain't too bad. But, I'd say pick that up if you can get it for less than a tenner. Next out, oh shit. International Superstar Soccer Deluxe. It's not a very good game. It might be the better of the football games on the Super Nintendo, but that ain't saying much. It's a Konami game. With one of the newer Konami logos as well. You'll pay less than a £5 for this. It ain't a special game. And the front cover, the front sticker is literally just some players. I don't even recognise who those players are. And I was a 90s football fan. If you like football games, you want an old retro one, that ain't too bad, but it's not good. Next up, we have James Bond Jr. Again, I've never played this game, so I can't comment on it. The artwork's pretty fucking shocking. There ain't much to it. You have all that space, and you use this little bit here. What's the... Again, it's only about a £7 game. It ain't too expensive. Next up we have James Pond's Crazy Sports. It's another game I just haven't played. I picked it up because I paid like £6 for it on eBay. It literally is between £6 and £10. I think it's not an expensive game. Although I do like the sticker. The sticker kind of shows you what's going on. Although how different can it be? Next out. Failed. Next out is Judge Dredd, which actually isn't a bad game. It's half decent. Clunky controls kind of make the game difficult to play, but it looks good, it sounds good, and it's worth a play. It's not an expensive game. You pay somewhere between £10 to £15 for the cartridge. I got the NTSC one because I'm not that fussed about picking up NTSC games. I'd always buy the PAL one if the PAL one's the same price or roughly the same, but I'll pick up an NTSC because usually it's quite cheap to get hold of them in our country. Now, the front sticker's actually half decent on this. It does look like Sylvester Stallone's version of Judge Dredd though, rather than a comic book version. I would suggest buying that game. It ain't too bad. Jurassic Park, which I don't enjoy these Jurassic Park games. I don't enjoy them one bit. That's about a £15 game at the moment. I luckily got it for 50p in a car boot sale, boxed as well. But the sticker is obvious what it is. It's Jurassic Park. That's that. I don't like the Jurassic Park games. Next up is a game I don't know much about. It's called Kablooey. It's made by Kemco. I just don't know what's going on. The sticker in it is all over the place. What's going on with the sticker? I don't know what he is. What is he? He's just a round little person with big giant eyes exploding. I paid like £4 for that on eBay, and that's about the going price for it. Nothing special. Next out, is Kid Clown in Crazy Chase. They're actually decent games, the Kid Clown games. They're not very expensive. You pay less than £10 for the Kid Clown games. I paid like £2 for the Japanese version. But yeah, they're not bad. If you're looking for a happy little game, this is a happy little game, and they're usually quite cheap as well. I do like the art cover on the Japanese one as well. It's pretty cool. Okay, then next up is a game I'm not a big fan of. It's Killer Instinct. Comes with the black cartridge with silver sticker on the back, but comes with black cartridge. I like the art. Like the art's always been fantastic for Killer Instinct. But it's a fighter game, a 16-bit fighter game, and I think these things have just aged terribly. They've aged terribly. You can pick that up as well for probably about £10. It ain't special. Add it to your collection if you like fighters, but if you don't. Ooh, King Arthur's World. This is a fantastic little game. You'll pay about £15 for it, or £10, somewhere between 10 and 15, I think. But it's a nice little puzzle game, which you got to control a bunch of little people to, well, get through the level. It's a bit like it's probably a little bit like the Lost Vikings. Not quite as good as the Lost Vikings. It's a good game though. I would say pick it up. The sticker art just looks terrible though. That does not grab you in any way. You're not intrigued to play that game. So, but it's a good game. If you can pick it up cheap, get it, because it's well worth the collection. Next up we have Kirby's Dream Course for the Super NES. It's a decent game. It has aged. It's aged. It's not as good as it used to be, but it's fun. It's a fun little game. Now the sticker art on the Japanese version is pretty cool. I can't remember what the PAL version's like, but I quite like it. It's a good game. The Japanese version will set you back probably about £5 or £6. It ain't too expensive, so it's worth it. If you can play Japanese, buy Japanese, because buying the English versions is quite expensive. Next up we have Kirby Triple Deluxe, which is, Super Deluxe, isn't it? Kirby Super Deluxe. I don't really enjoy this Kirby game that much. It's why I bought the Japanese version, because it's cheaper. It's the exact same game. You probably pick it up for less than a tenner. So if you enjoy it, do it. By the way, this is actually the sticker doesn't sell the game to you very much, does it? Don't know what to say about that. Next out we have Kirby's Ghost Trap, which again is just another like Puyo Puyo fucking clone. It's a good game. You'll pay probably £10 for this one. If you like little puzzle games, it's worth picking it up. It ain't special though. The sticker on it is pretty cool. I love the fact that you can see King Dedede and obviously Kirby. Like, woo! Whatever. Next up we have Krusty's Super Funhouse. Now I really like the Krusty's Super Funhouse games. Well, game. I say games because I've got it on many different consoles, but I like the Krusty's Super Funhouse game. It's a good little puzzle platformer. It's well worth the play. It's never an expensive game. It's usually about £10 or less, so it's worth it. Pick it up for your collection. Next out we have, oh fuck me, Lawnmower Man. It's not a good game. Not a good game one bit. Now if you look at the sticker, the fuck is that? It's not a good game. Angry Video Game Nerd did a video on it, I think, and it was shocking. Absolutely shocking. It's not a good game. Don't buy it. It's one of the cheaper games for the console. Don't buy it. Next out, Legend. Again, I don't know anything about this game. I haven't actually played it. It's got a cool little sticker on it though. Yeah, it's got a cool little sticker. It's not an expensive game. It's usually about £10 to £15. I can't actually tell you about the game because I haven't played it yet. This is a good game. Lethal Weapon is actually a good game. Oh, fuck, it's made by Ocean. How did they manage that? Must have outsourced it. Yeah, it's a good little game. It's worth the effort. It's only about £10 to £15. I'd say pick it up and give it a play. And obviously the sticker on it is just, what would they call it? Riggs and Murdoch? Or Murdoch? Riggs and Murdoch. Murdoch, I don't know. Whatever the names are. Them two. Next up we have Lemmings. Now Lemmings on the Super Nintendo is a fucking great game. If you can get hold of it, buy it. It's a fantastic game. I love the 2-player modes on it. Sending your lemmings to blow up your enemies' lemmings and blow up the ground so that they fall through. It's amazing. It's a great game. It's a great version of Lemmings. It's not even that expensive. It'll cost you less than £10 for this cartridge. Pick it up. Obviously, the sticker is just Lemmings. Bog standard, same old Lemmings. It's a great game though, if you like Lemmings. Okay, next out we have Liberty or Death. I can't play the game because it's a real-time sim battle game. And I don't speak Japanese, so I can't actually play the game. But from what I've heard, it's actually a half decent game. Next out we have Wild Wacky Sports, starring the Looney Tunes. Now, I've not played this game, but I know it's good. Snes Drunk talks about it quite often. It's a great game, so I'm gonna have to give it a go sometime. It does look fun. I like the front sticker. Look at the front sticker. It's got everyone on there. Dizzy Devil, Babs, Buster, and who's this? I can't remember what young Daffy Duck's called. Ugh, can't remember. But it's a good game. It only costs you in fact, it's not a cheap game. If I remember right, this is the best part of £20, this cartridge. So it's not cheap, but if you can get it for your collection, get it. Next up we have The Lost Vikings. Now this game is fantastic. Fantastic game. It costs around £20 now, this game. Look at the artwork. The artwork's awesome. And basically you play as these three Vikings here, and you have to solve little riddles to get through the level. It's a great game. Pick it up and buy it. You will like it. Okay, next up we have wow. Hard game, but a good game. Macross Scramble Valkyrie. It's very, very hard. Space shooter game. And if you look at the sticker on it, what's going on? It doesn't show you anything to do with what's going on in the game. So you would look at that and you wouldn't know what it is. It's awesome. It's like R-Type on crack. It's amazing. Unfortunately, this is a very expensive cartridge now. It only came out in Japanese regions. This is the best part of £70 to £80, this cartridge. So if you can get hold of it, get hold of it, but it's not going to be cheap. But it's well worth it. Next out we have, this is a good game. Magical Quest, starring Mickey Mouse. Now, you can get this game on the Game Boy Advance. The exact same game. So, you can do that. But, yeah, it's a good game. Obviously, the sticker tells you exactly what's going on. It's Mickey, it's those fucking bastards there. It's not even an expensive game. You'll probably pay about £10 to £15 for it. It's a good game for the collection. Fantastic platformer. Like 18-bit consoles really did well with the cartoon games. The Mickey Mouse, Looney Tunes, the lot, all the Disney films. Next out we have Magical Toraturo-kun. It's actually a good game. It's a little bit of a platformer. It's slow, it's steady, it's quite childish, but it's a good game. You'll probably pay about £5 for this. It's a non-expensive game, but it's worth the collection. If you can play Japanese games, that's one that you should buy. Next up we have Mario's Missing. No. Do not buy this game. It's shit. Absolute shit. Now it says Mario's Missing, but clearly you can see Mario in the image there. But it's not a good game. It'll set you back probably £10 to £15. It's not worth it. Next up we have Super Mario All-Stars. Great collection of games. Mario 1 is fantastic. Mario 2 is my favourite of the Mario games. maybe. I like Mario World. Mario 3, brilliant. Lost Levels is on here. It's hard, but it's good to be there. It's good to play because it is the original Super Mario Brothers 2. I've always loved the art on this with the different Mario games dotted around, and then all the different characters that are in the games. You know, with the frog suit and whatnot. I've always liked that. It's a great game. This goes up and down in price drastically month by month. I've seen it for as high as £20, but I've seen it as low as £7 or £8. If you can get it for less than a tenner, you're doing really, really well. It's worth buying. It's a must for any Nintendo collection. Okay, last on this line is possibly my favourite Mario game, Super Mario World. I adore this game. It's one of the best games on the console. And basically, it's a must-own game. Must-own. All it needs to do is show you Mario with his cape on, flying Yoshi. It's a great game. Absolutely stunning. It'll cost you around £12 to £15, but you have to buy it. In fact, you can actually buy a cartridge which has Mario All-Stars and Mario World on it, and that usually costs around £17 to £22. So you can save yourself a bit of money by buying both at the same time in the same cartridge. It's worth it. Those two cartridges are a must own. Next out. Now, this game. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful game. It plays so well. The music's lovely. The graphics are stunning. Some of the nicest graphics you'll see on a 16-bit console. It's ruined. Absolutely ruined by Baby Mario going, nah, 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 every time he gets knocked off Yoshi. And then you have to struggle as Yoshi to find your way to Baby Mario to save him. And you just want to kill him. But the sticker on this is brilliant because it shows you what you need to see. This big blue fucking bastard here wants to go, you know, obviously little Baby Mario and Yoshi. It's a great game. If you can get over the fact that you're going to listen to Mario constantly over and over again, then this is a must own. It's not a cheap game anymore though. It's going to cost you the best part of £20 to £25 for this cartridge, but it's worth it. It's worth it. It's probably in the top 10 games on the console. Next out we have Mario Picross. It's a Picross game, Mario. It's acceptable. There's not much to it. You know, you may as well just boot up an old PC and play Minesweeper or something like that for all the hassle this game is. It'll cost you about £4 or £5. It's not a great game. It's a Picross game. And the sticker doesn't do fuck all for you. Next up we have one of my favourite games, Super Mario Kart. Now, this game has aged. It's clearly aged. But it's such a good challenge to play. Such a good challenge. I've always adored that sticker, that image on the sticker. I've always loved it. I want to get a poster of it for my wall, actually. I don't know what else to say about this game. It's perfect. It's like £20 to £25. It's not stunningly cheap, but it's not a bad price. It's a great game for that price. It's a great game. Okay, next up we have Mario Paint. Now I have got Mario Paint over there on the NTSC one, but I've got Mario Paint on the PAL. It's aged. You know, it really has. You can pick out another old PC and open up Paint on it, and it'll be better than that. See that catch? That was going to drop straight onto my fucking £2,000 laptop. Where am I? Yeah. You can buy this boxed for. I paid like £40 for my big box Mario Paint. So it is actually it's worth having for the collection. It's actually half decent. The best thing in it is the music maker, using all the little snippets of sounds. That's actually better than the paint part, which I've actually intended to make an opening video for me channel using Mario Paint's music maker. Next up is Mario's Time Machine. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. You do not buy this game. It's shit. It's pure and utter shit. It's like Mario is missing. It's just shit. Look at the image. What the fuck? What's all this just this text here? What the fuck? Just put that image here and then put Mario is missing like on top of it. But yeah, it's not great. It's not a great game. Don't buy it. Really. Don't buy it. You start it up, it looks like Super Mario World, and you're like, wow, Super Mario World? It's like another Super Mario... No, it's not. Shit. Don't buy it. You'll probably pay £10 to £15 for that. But I'm saying to you, don't spend that money. Next up is a steamer. Super Metroid. One of the finest games ever made. Super Metroid. And this fucking cartridge is so heavy. What's in here? Is there money in here? It's a fantastic game. Unfortunately, it's starting to get quite expensive. You're going to spend about £35 to £40 on this cartridge. But it's worth it. And I love the sticker. Look at Samus. I think that's called Ridley. Look at it. Yeah. Pew, pew. I love it. It's a great game. Well worth owning. Next out we have Mickey Mania. Now, it's a decent game, but it's not the best copy of this game. If you actually want to get the best version of this game, get Mickey's Wild Adventure on the PlayStation 1. That's the best version of this game. The Super Nintendo's missing some levels on it. It's not great. But it'll set you back about £10. And the sticker is pretty cool. I like the sticker. I kind of wish that they'd have used more of the actual sticker for the image. But, well, fucking shit happens, doesn't it? It'll cost you probably about £10. So if you're interested in that, you can pick it up. It's worth being in the collection, but the PlayStation version's better. Now this is called Mickey Tokyo Land. This game never got a release outside of Japan, and my sticker, this whole cartridge has been, I think it's been melted. Can you see that? Yeah. Yes, indeed. And the sticker's folded up and dying on it. It's not great. But if you like the 16-bit Disney games, that's awesome. Pick it up. It's actually a really, really fun game. It's a fun game. The balloon mechanics are fantastic in it. It'll cost you probably £20 to £25. It's not a cheap game to get hold of. I got mine for £5 because of this melty thing on it. It came to me as a don't know if it'll work, but I was thinking if so long as it didn't actually hit the chip, it should be sound. Next up we have Mr. Nuts. Mr. Nuts is Mr. Nuts. It's only a £10 game. It's probably worth owning. It's not fantastic, but it's not bad. It's a happy little platformer. I do like the sticker. The sticker tells you exactly what it is. Mr. Nuts and a picture of Mr. Nuts himself. Unfortunately, it's made by Ocean. Next out we have Mortal Kombat. Again, it's a fighter game for the 16-bit consoles. I think they've aged terribly, especially the ones on the Super Nintendo. Some of the ones on the Mega Drive have held out a bit better, I think, but I don't like this game. It's slow and clunky. And, yeah, I've never been a big fan of Mortal Kombat anyway. Next out we have Mortal Kombat 2, and the exact same applies as Mortal Kombat 1. Now Mortal Kombat 1 will set you back probably about £7 to £10. Mortal Kombat 2 will set you back probably 7 to 10 as well. I don't think it's aged very well. Now the sticker on these is literally just the Mortal Kombat logo with Mortal Kombat written on it. It's nothing special. They're not great games. Then I have Mortal Kombat 3, which is more of the same. Mortal Kombat logo, the name and the number. Again, it's aged. I don't enjoy them. It'll set you back probably £10 to £15, that one. If you like them, pick them up. If you don't, I don't blame you. Ooh, Mystic Quest. A little bit of Final Fantasy. This gets a bad rap, this game. It's not much of a Final Fantasy game. The Western market went that into RPGs. So they tried to make an easier game, I think, to suck the Western market in. It didn't really work that well. People weren't that interested. When Final Fantasy 7 came out, that's when everyone got more interested in it. It's not a cheap game. It probably cost you about £15. It's not a great game either. If you like RPGs, you probably won't enjoy it. If you don't like RPGs and you want to get into them, It might be a good starting block for you. Next out we have NBA Jam. Now the NBA Jam games are actually pretty fun as far as sports games go on the 16-bit consoles. They're not going to light the world on fire, but you know, they are what they are. It's about £7 to £10 game. I like the sticker art on it. It tells you exactly what it is. The best I can give that. Buy it. It's worth buying. Next out, it's a cheap game, a fun game. Nigel Mansell's World Grand Prix. Well, World Championship Racing. So it's a decent game. It's not special. It plays well. The graphics aren't great, but it does what you want it to do. And there's a picture of Nigel Mansell in his Williams. It'll cost you probably £5. It's not expensive. Next out, NHL 95. It's a sports game. Although the NHL ice hockey games were actually pretty good for the 16-bit consoles, but I'm pretty sure they were better on the Mega Drive than they were the Snes. I think they suffered a bit of slowdown or stuttering or something on the Super Nintendo. It'll only cost you about £2 or £3 this cartridge. It's not a great game. If you like ice hockey, pick it up. If you don't, I understand. No. Next game is a game I've never even heard of until I bought the actual game. It's called Outlander. I don't know if it's based on a film or anything. I don't really fucking know. I know nothing about this game. It cost me £5. Best I can say. I can't say buy it or don't buy it. It cost me £5. Well, what's happening in the sticker? It's what looks like Mad Max's leg, a wheel, and some carnage in the background. If you can actually see that carnage, I don't know what's going on. No comments. Out to lunch. Now it's weird because this is the PAL version of the game, and look at the state of the sticker. You could barely even see what it says. What does it say? It's atrocious. Now, it's only like a £7 to £10 game, and I don't know if it's any good because I just never had the willpower to put it in because it doesn't look good. I picked up on a buy a game a week challenge and just never been bothered. Pack Attack. It's a little puzzle game. It's not great. It costs between £5 and £10. It's kind of worth it if you're interested. I do like the sticker though. Sticker's pretty cool. Next out we have the Page Master. This will cost you about £10. Go and look at what the Angry Video Game Nerd's got to say about it. It's not a bad game. It's just not a fun game. It seems like they just didn't have any fun when they were making it, and there's no fun to be had playing it. But it doesn't seem to play poorly. There's no fun there. Now looking at the sticker art, it doesn't look like Macaulay Culkin to me. Ah well. Okay, next up we have Paperboy 2. No. It's actually not a bad game. It's just not a great game. I can't. If you can get it for less than a tenner, buy it. But it costs about £7 to £10, so yeah, it's fun. Parodius, fantastic game. Absolutely fantastic game. The cartridge is around £25 at the moment, but it's worth playing. If you like space shooters, you should enjoy the game. It's fun. I love the art. The art's fantastic. It is proper Japanese, and obviously the game's made by Konami. Yeah, if you got Super Nintendo, that's a game that you probably must own. Next up, Phantom 2049. Good game. It's a very underrated game. Unfortunately, it's gonna cost you the best part of like £30 to £40 for this cartridge now. But it's worth owning. It's worth playing. It's a good game. It's just a platformer. The controls are a tiny bit clunky, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's definitely worth a buy. I do like the sticker as well. I do like the sticker. Okay, next out we have Pilot Wings. Everyone knows Pilot Wings. It's a fun game. It's very, very cheap. You probably pay less than £10 now for this cartridge. I would say buy it. I'd say it's a game that you probably should own. Next out we have Pinball Fancies. It's a great game. Fantastic game. Now, the cartridge is about £15. It's well well worth the buy. Now, if I remember right, I've got a copy of this. Yes, I do. I've got a copy of this for the Atari Jaguar. I don't know which one's the better version. I really fucking don't. But, yeah. Pinball Fancies. The sticker on the cartridge kind of shows you what's going on. But, it's a good game. If you can get hold of it, get hold of it. Next out, Pink Panther Goes to Hollywood. No, don't buy this game. It'll cost you about £10. It's a waste of money. You may as well go to the shop and just buy shit. It's absolutely god awful. Look at Pink Panther. Don't buy it. Next out, Pinocchio. Game's beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. The music, the graphics, beautiful game. It's a little bit challenging to know where the fuck you're going some of the time, but it's a nice game. Obviously the sticker on it is Pinocchio. Yeah, I'd say pick that game up. It's gonna cost you somewhere in the region of £10 to £15. Decent little game. Next out we have Pitfall. I've never played the Super Nintendo version of Pitfall, so I can't actually comment on it. The Mayan Adventure. I've never played this, so I can't comment on it. It'll cost you about £10 maybe for this. It doesn't really show you much on the sticker, just the Pitfall guy swinging on a vine. You can just about see the vine, it goes through the eye. The best I can tell you about that game. Next up we have worst game on the console, Pit Fighter. Do not buy this game. It will cost you £5 or less. Do not buy it. It's shit. Absolute shit, I tell you. It's not worth your money. Quite literally, you'll want to rip your eyeballs out and throw them at the telly. Because that's what this game will do to you. It'll make you just hate everything. You'll hate life. Hate yourself. You'll hate the cat. You'll hate the console. You just hate it. It's shit. It's shit. Don't buy it. Worst game on the console. Ploch. It's a good game. Happy little platformer. Very colourful. You throw your arms and legs as weapons, and they all come scooting back to you. If you lose them, you go and pick them up off a coat hanger somewhere in the level. Now the game starts off quite easy. It gets so hard as it goes on. The game, it'll probably cost you about £10 for this cartridge at the moment. I'd say buy it. It's probably a kind of nearly must own for the console. Look at the art. The art's awesome. That tells you everything you need to know about the game. Absolutely stunning. Next out, Pop and Twinbee. Great game. Absolutely great game. I swear to God, if you enjoy your space shooters and your shooters, this is a game that you need to own. Absolutely fantastic game. Fantastic game. It'll cost you probably about £15 to £20. It might be a little bit more expensive than that nowadays, but it's a game that's worth owning. It's a game that's very worth owning. I do love the art on it. It's nice. Okay, next up we have Power Drive. Don't know anything about this game. Cost a £5. It goes for like between £5 and £7 on eBay. Can't comment on it. I really can't. Another US Gold game. Just noticed. I don't know. Don't know anything about the game. You'd have to check it up yourself. Next out, Pushover. It's a little fucking puzzle game. It's actually okay. It'll cost you. In fact, weirdly, a year ago it was like a £5 game, but it started going up. It's like the best part of £10 to £15 now. If you can get it for less than 10, I'd say probably pick it up. It ain't bad. It ain't a bad game. It's a very old game. The graphics show that it was an early game for the Super Nintendo, but it's not a bad game. I'd say get it. If you can get it for less than 10, I get it. Prince of Persia. Now, the box art on this again is just fucked up. What's going on? You can't fucking see what's going on there. I've not played this version of Prince of Persia, so no comment on it. It will cost you between £10 and £15, I think. It ain't an expensive game, really. Next out, Super Probotector Alien Rebels, sorry. Alien Wars. That's Contra. Now this is Contra. It's basically Contra 3, but yeah, it's a great game. Absolutely great game. I love the sticker art. I actually love the robots that's in Probotector rather than the guys that's in fucking Contra. I can't remember the names. We didn't have Contra in our country. But yeah, it's a great game. It will cost you around £20, £25 for that game. Maybe. If you can get it for less than 15, I'd say definitely pick it up. It's a good game. Next up we have Pugsley's Scavenger Hunt. It's not a very good game. It'll cost you somewhere between £7 to £13. It's not a good game. Sticker art is a little bit... it's taken from their cartoon that came out in the early 90s of the Addams Family. I'd say don't pick it up, really. It's not really worth the effort. Next up, we have all those Puyo Puyo clones, and here is Super Puyo Puyo. It's not a bad version of Puyo Puyo. It's actually well worth the effort. You'll only pay about £4 or £5 for this on Japanese version, so I'd say if you've got the ability to play Japanese, pick that up, it's worth it. Okay then,